Right guys, I'm Golden Ninja Vlogspot, back at it again, critiquing opinions on Plant vs Zombies 2 plants. Yay! So this is a video by Flag Zombie, in which he asks fans to rank the best world plant in Plant vs Zombies 2. Yes, that's world plant, so there's no premium, just any unlock in adventure mode. Yeah, I believe there's some rules for it, we'll get to that in a minute, but I had a quick skim through this video and I think I've got so much things to say about it already. So I guess we just get on with it. Quick disclaimer, this video is slightly exaggerated for comedic effect. Hey, I've even got a drink with me, and I'm not a day drinker. So, let's go. The forum got a grand total of 3,948 responses, 260 which were trolls / didn't follow the rules, leaving us with 3,686 responses. I find that relatable because that's what happened with my last Q&A. I think I asked specifically for this or that sort of questions, and most people just ignore that and just ask whatever the hell they wanted to. No offense if you're one of those. Thanks to everyone who participated, and the people who didn't vote for Spring Bean over 50 times in a row. Yeah, I've heard about this troll voting. First off, I'll explain how the scoring worked. Right, pause there. Everyone had to choose 3 world plants. Your first choice was 5 points, the best. Your second 3 points, and your third 1 point. You couldn't pick the same plant multiple times. Alright, so first of all, I didn't realise until now that there's 69 world plants. It just couldn't have been a better number. So it seems like a plant that's usually considered bad will kind of be higher than one that everyone forgets about, given that some people are going to vote it ironically. I also think there might be some people who voted their 3 favourites as opposed to what they think are the 3 best. I mean, it makes the video more fun that way, I guess, maybe. Anyway. Okay, first of all, we're already off to a rough start. I feel bad for Perfume Shroom here completely. It's because of voter system. No one's going to vote, I think, as one of the 3 best plants, are they? Bad recharge, counters 1 gimmick, can only be used in 1 world. If the only plant in the form to get 0 votes in a question, rip. Although it got 8 points and 4 votes, I'm a little unsure of the scoring now. But yeah, I feel bad because Perfume Shroom is still a really good plant. A bunch of people are complaining, oh, it barely even works its own thing because you get multiple dinosaurs at once. But like, imagine how boring the world would be to play if you could literally just mash that every time a dinosaur comes. I mean, it's kind of boring anyway. But yeah, easily the worst in this world, but yeah, come on, Perfume Shroom didn't deserve this. It's an absolute godsend when you've got like a fossil head dragged over to the other side from a pterodactyl. Off to a rough start. Well, at least you get the best number. Okay, it's going to change the music for each world then. Tangle Kelp, again, blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay, I'm quite happy to see Tangle Kelp low. I still don't like this plant. I think lots of people seem to like him nowadays just because he's quite good for countering at the beginning of Big Wave Beach, but like, with just a bit more sun, you could do the same with like Chili Bean or Squash. And yeah, obviously Tangle Kelp, slow as hell, always go for the wrong one. Yeah, no disagreements there. Oh, come on, I was vibing to that. Gravebuster, I agree with all that up until Dark Ages. And that's come from me. I put Gravebuster among the worst plants in the game, like, way back in 2016, but I no longer agree with that. Also, with the Super Graves that are, like, virtually indestructible, I think he deserves some credit for that. Regardless, can we agree he's at least better than Tomb Tangler? Split Pea. Other plants won premium. I disagree with this. I still think it is quite good, especially for prospectors. EM Peach. It is quite good in Arena. I'll probably consider a bottom 3 far future plant now, though. See, okay, I've got a tie here. Walnuts. Okay, that is a major snub. In my Monday video, I massively overscored the pea shooter, but I think Walnut really deserves some props. Like, there are some people who just don't use defensive plant, that's fine, but I don't think Walnut is outclassed until Primal Walnut, which you get in the second last world when playing Adventure. Oh, actually, no, third last, but yeah, he's better than Tornut because, like I said, sun cost and all that. I still maintain he's better than Infinite outside of his plant food. If you're using Infinite with a close range plant, he's going to be far less effective and Zombie's going to tear through it and get to whatever plant you're trying to protect because he's got less health. Sad to see Walnut solo, I agree. Hot Potato, on the other hand, is a waste of a slot. I can kind of see this now. Snapdragon warms plants around, but I still think Hot Potato is quite handy to bring in Frostbite K's, just so you can melt whatever you want. Also, the Octopus bit's redundant because I'm pretty sure he said leveling's not taken into account. Also, I like how you use Frostbite K's because you can decide what theme to use here. Some more Magnet Shroom. Okay, this description makes it look like he's just going off whatever 660N Jason in his video. It's not that useful outside those 2 worlds, but good god does it help in Neon Mixtape Tour. It basically carried me through the world. Yeah, I think he deserved better. I still maintain he's the best Dark Ages plant. Bloomerang. And yeah, I suppose he's a bit better now. The world's a linear though. I'm still conflicted on Bloomerang, to be honest. I use him a lot in the Flourished. Pepper Pulse / Fatbeat. Yeah, I can't really disagree with these. I still don't think Pepper Pulse is as bad as everyone says. Sometimes underrated, not totally wrong, but it's still not great. Another defense plant. I'd agree with that if he wasn't probably the single best counter in the game for chickens. Yeah, I do think Endurance quite underrated. Spyrock all the way down here. I'm shocked Spyrock solo, I agree. I do think Spikeweed is a lot better though. Garlic. Everyone will troll him for garlic. This is the... What in the world are they thinking? Yeah, innit? Oh, same theme again. Okay, I'm surprised intensive character this. I thought he's definitely going to be in the bottom 10.
By reviving high-cost plants, you shouldn't be losing those to begin with.
Well, I'm just going to say right now, I feel like this whole bit about implying people who use it have a skill issue is really stupid. When there's a skillless plant here that's really high up, we'll get to that soon. Also, I still maintain he's useful in Arena for mostly his zombots with missiles or like Gog or Hair Metal Gog. I suppose you could use him with Exploding that as well. You could take advantage of the fact he doesn't heal them as much. It's not in the bottom 2 of Neil Mixtape Tour though. Whoa, okay, this is probably the single biggest snub of the list. Like, how's Stunion all the way down at 52? Honestly, I'm just going to say right now, I genuinely think Stunion is a top 10 world plant. I think he's the single best staller. People always fap to Iceberg Letters just because he's free. It's not hard to get 25 sun, especially with the amount of sun spam people do these days. Also, the fact Stunion isn't free means you can use him in Last Stand, so that actually works in his favour. Obviously, his plant food is shit compared to Iceberg Lettuces, but I won't ramble about Iceberg too much because I don't know how high he is yet, but his plant food alone should not get him above Stunion. Yeah, Stunion is way too low. He's easily the best Frostbite Cave plant, in my opinion. Yeah. Here we go. It's still too high, but hey, it's something. Yeah, I need to stop. I swear you can get screaming calls that don't the mouse curse from the way. Okay, so he's a gold leaf defender then. Why so low? Can be used one with last plant unlocked. Okay, what point are you trying to make? I'll still maintain that before the nerf, gold leaf was not a bad plant at all. It's basically like a sun producer that can never be destroyed or anything. I'm really surprised he's not in the bottom 10 either. Is gold leaf even here? I can't remember. Nightshade. I'd probably put Nightshade further down. I've never seen the point from him at all. As soon as you get Dust Slobber, he's kind of redundant. Most people that chose him were Trolls Corner form. He doesn't all deserve to be so high. Once again, I feel like people didn't really dislike this plant that much until 660's video came out. I don't think I've had a single person complain me on my Ancient Egypt list for ranking him that high. And if I have, I didn't see it. Also, pretty good plant food. I feel like out of all the pulses, plant food is actually the most reliable for taking out groups, given that the melon pulse and wind melons don't guarantee a hit on them all. Quick note, I am planning to redo my Monday ranking list. I'm going to split that into tutorial and the actual Monday plants though. So yeah, and I'm probably going to count Cabbage Pole and tutorial this time as well. Probably not going to redo any of the others though, just that one, just because of how much of a mess my modern day one was. Back to Neil Mixtape Tour. Spore Shroom. Once again, Spore Shroom, decent plant, but I feel like he's only good if he's the only offensive plant you're using. Alright, Chili Bean is also massively underscored. He's like really good for stalling at the beginning of levels, especially if another zombie comes in his lane because of the fart effect. People use the fact he has to be eaten as his disadvantage, but I guess just use a different plant on this scenario. Also, I suppose it is worth noting he is basically outclassed by Squash, like even before you level him up to get his additional smashes. Good damage from his initial, his... Alright, first of all, I'm not sure this sun cost is really going to be an issue. I think it does a value for money. Also, the fact we've not had Citron yet is quite concerning, because Coconut Cannon's easily the better of those two. Grimrose. Okay, I don't know if it's just me, this is by far my favourite modern day plant. Obviously it's not the best, but I really do like using it, especially for All-Stars, like really good counter there. Might say it's a little costly, but it's never really bothered me that much. I suppose his plant food is pretty bad though, that brings him down. Nothing to say about Aki and I don't have anything either, yeah, I never use him. Spiderweed, once again, extremely underrated plant. I think it should be much higher, possibly top 20. Just like such a good support plant. Strong counter to chickens, counters rolling objects as well. Yeah, what's not to like? Fume Shroom. What more do you want? Surprised you rank so low. A lot of people say it's quite underrated. He's often compared to Laserbeam. I still think he's worse because he doesn't have infinite range, and a lot of the zombies he actually counters. You can't need more than one to do, sort of thing, like, because they've got too much health. Still decent though. And of course his plant food is really good. Potato Mine. Never really found use for Potato Mine. Once again, it's sort of had the advantage of the fact you don't get Chili Bean until complete the first two worlds now, but honestly I just tend to plant food a pea shooter to get the same effect really. Crocodile, don't really use him much since they've removed his ability to like essentially cheese, don't lose more than X plants levels, but I'll take it. Pea shooter. So quick question, seriously think he deserves a spot on the list? Should have seen this one coming. I mean, just by virtue of the fact the mascot of the game, you'd expect a few high votes. Repeater Peapod. Wow. I'm really surprised by this. I thought people would put Repeater really high. I'm not just saying because of Wolfie, but I kind of am. Oh, I can't even read this one because of my chemical. Hang on, give me a minute. People's investment can work depending on your strategy. Yeah, that's the thing. I could never be bothered to, like, get enough sun to use them. I know I did in a recent video. It's sort of good if you're patient enough kind of thing. Colonel Bolt. Weak stalling... Oh, yeah, I've already read this, actually. Yeah, respect for this. I've never liked Colonel Bolt either. I would genuinely argue he's worse than Cabbage most of the time. Still better than Sapling, though. You can never go... I don't use Stunion, but I still think she is quite decent. Once again, I just prefer Stunion. What? At 29, though? How Coke and Can was like in the 40s or something. It seems like most people really like his plant food, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, people don't like Citron nowadays, and I mean, I do like him, but I think he's the second worst far future plant now, possibly even the worst. Unless you've got like some really good crowd control plants to take out the weaker zombies, he's not going to work that well. Better repeat from most Citron. Thank you. I hate to point things at Wolfie, but I think before he started doing videos on Plant vs Zombies 2, Registering was pretty much universally agreed to be an upgrade upon repeater. I know it's not a direct one given his projectile speed's a bit slower, but he's 50 sun cheaper. Yeah, I think 28 is actually quite a reasonable spot for him. But what? To summarise, people thought blah blah blah. Okay, I'm guessing he doesn't agree with this. Yeah, if we're not taking leveling into account, Bowl and Bulb should be way down below. Outside of his plant food, he's absolute dog shit when he's just tossing the small one the whole time. Decent pick in arena, might be to do with plant food, and I can sort of see that, but yeah, no. Ooh, this one definitely should be higher. Probably just barely outside the top 10. Child Guard, I'd never use him, I don't really know why, he is good. Yeah, no. 3 spammable plant food with a fast recharge. The fact that the spammable is used is a bit of a red flag, because if you have to spam a plant for him to be good, then he's not f***ing good. He can deal with the early game and stall zombies in the late game. The stall zombie thing only works for Garls, given he dies in like half a second. And plus the early game thing, I'd rather just use like stallers than something like Chili Bean. Yeah, Postrum should not be anywhere near this high. Is Plant vs Zombies 1 nostalgia a factor in this? Ganesh Egypt one now. Bong Choi, yes. Yeah, I'd definitely put him higher. Although you can make the argument he's outclassed by loads of Siegems nowadays. But yeah, I can't really argue with that. It's pretty, but once again, Time War feels like a cheap plant people use when they just can't be asked to play the game properly. Our future now. Not sure if more people because of this. It's exactly that reason, mate. It's exactly that. If leveling's not taken into account, Toll Terms should be like in the bottom 10. Selu Stalker. People jet this plant off because his DPS is insane. Most of the time it relies on having a plant like 2 spaces in front of him, so it almost takes like 3 spaces to actually use him effectively. Plus he's got awful synergy with many other plants. He's awful at crowd control as well. Yeah, he's kind of a one-trick pony in my opinion. I should give him credit for Jurassic Marsh actually. Primal Pea Shooter. Yeah, fair enough. I kind of find him boring to use for some reason, but he's really good. I think he deserves the spot. Moonflower, one of the best sun producers. Plant Fate is really bad. Yeah, basically that. Banana Launcher, 13, okay. 3 shots to kill a Gargantua. Don't mind if I do. It kind of doesn't sound that impressive if you put it that way, but yeah, reasonable, I guess. Rooted Barger. Once again, people prioritising plants of their spam ability versus how powerful they actually are. She is good though, to be fair. I know I'm speaking about the Flourish quite a lot, even though that's nothing to do with this, but yeah, I do find her pretty good in that as well, so yeah. Right, just outside the top 10, Primal... I'm guessing he's not on the top 10 just because lots of people don't like using defensive plants. But yeah, I'd put him higher. Right, big top 10, let's go. Sunshroom. It's better than the other two you've already know. I still maintain Sunshroom is one of the most overrated plants of the game. It takes so long to get sun at the beginning of a level. If you're using even regular sunflower, you get more sun sooner. Obviously very good in Dark Ages though, and Arena as well, especially in booster armor. Iceberg, okay. Yeah, Iceberg being this high and Stunion being that low is horse shit. Once again, he's 3 and all that, but Stunion is only 25 sun. It's not like he's a storm plant that costs 200 sun or something. Absolute shit pick this. It is. Yes, my boy. I think there's a mistake in this video though, because I don't see the number 1 there. I'm glad he didn't get snubbed at least. Infinite. Okay, Infinite definitely shouldn't be above Primal Walnuts. But I think what really puts us high is broken plant food. And here we go with the most bull pick on the whole list. I won't start a debate, etc, etc. There are some plants that specialise on spammed, i.e. Starfruit, Rotobaga, that sort of thing. This plant relies on being spammed, and if you have to spam a plant for it to be good, it's not f***ing good. So many people just like thought they could just bum off this guy one day and like, hey, that works. I guess it is for last stand levels, but if you actually take the time and think of a good strategy, it's far more effective using other plants. and he's absolutely awful against tanks. But he gets credit for taking out chickens well, but I'd say there are actually better plants for doing that, like Endurian, Spikeweed, they come to mind. And people seriously try and say he's a better laser bean, but that is absolutely laughable in my opinion. Yeah, there's far better crowd control plants. Yeah, Lightning Reed at 6 can right off. Alright, top 5 time. Winter okay, only one spot above Lightning Reed hurts, but hey. So yeah, so good they had to nerf him to the ground and reflourished. What a tragedy. Dust Lobber, yeah, sure. She's not good in some arenas and last stand, but other than that, yeah, reasonable enough pick. I think I know what 3 of the top 3 are. What did one of them miss? Oh, Magnifying Glass, of course. Okay, this is going to be a hot take. I'd say she's barely in the top 10, and if arena's taken into account, she should not be in this, because with the amount of toughness the zombies get, unless it's one of those that just hands sun you want to play, yeah, she ain't going to do a thing in arena. Probably not Penny's Pursuit either, to be honest. No, number 2, Silver. That's Silver, isn't it? Yeah. Primal Sunflower, the majority of people, yes, correct one. She got 2,060 more points than Sunshroom. Ha ha ha. She's pretty much Ascension in a way, given she is a sun producer. So, like, you know, obviously some producers aren't going to be the most exciting things in the world. As far as, like, the best plants in the game go, yeah, they're among it. This one especially. And the best plant, yeah, I think we can all see this one coming. Didn't explain this. Cherry Bomb 50 Sun, way too good. Plant Effect makes more. Not great in parts using Big Wave Beach. But on the side of that. It's still not bad, I suppose, that lack of planks is a thing, but it's not really much of an issue. Yeah, I can't disagree with this number 1 pick at all. So yeah, overall, that's the community vote list on the best plant versions of 2 world plants. Quite a lot of disagreements there, as you can probably tell. Poor Stunion. Few choices that did pleasantly surprise me though, like Red Stinger being at that high. I don't know why I've still got my headset on when I'm not watching the video anymore. That's that then, I guess. So I've been Golden Ninja Vlogspot. Thanks for watching this video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and check out another video in this end screen.